Hi there! It's Thursday, the 14th of January. Let's get started. So we are on to Thursday today, so we are filling in the Thursday column in our spellings. And let's just read through our spellings again to make sure that we definitely know them. We want to be able to say them and spell them tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow someone at home can give you a little spelling test asking you these words in a different order, and then you can send me a little picture afterwards to show me how you got on. So repeat after me. Rock, lost, cost, long, song, gone, want, what, wash, strong, hopping, stopping. Now in our spelling activity we are on to question 10. And question 10 asks you to finish the words with O or A to represent our sound. Write the words you have made on the lines below. So you have to go to each word and fill in either O or A. So in this case it would be an A for what, and then you'd write the word what on the line below. So when you've finished filling in all the blanks, then you write the full words in these lines below. And you can put a little comma in between each word just to split them up a wee bit. Now, question 11 is probably the trickiest type of question you'll come across in this Sounds and Focus book. There are in fact two of these that I'm going to ask you to leave out, and I'll explain that to you in a little minute. But we'll start by looking at the word clock. And the question asks you whether this sound is in clock or this. Now what does that mean? Well, this is an orange, So these two words can make an sound. If you hear the sound in clock, you colour in this little box here. I don't know if you can call it a box, this little shape. Here, these groups of letters all make the O sound, like boat, b-o-t. If you can hear the O sound in clock, then you would colour in these. They all make the O sound. O-A makes an O, like in boat. O something E, O-W, or sometimes O on its own can make an O sound. Now, boys and girls, these are the two that I think you could probably leave out. It's the one with the word father and moon. And I'll tell you why, because I have been scratching my head for about an hour now trying to figure out which of these boxes it belongs to. Is it the sound like bird or the sound like in ladder? And to me, both sounds sound the same. So it's hard to choose which box it belongs to. So I would leave that one out because there's no point doing a question if it's just going to confuse you. So let's put a little X at that one. And the same is true for the next one, moon. It asks you for the oo sound, like in book, and the oo sound like in boot. Well, both oo sounds sound the same to me. So you're only going to get confused trying to choose one of these two. So I would say leave that question out too, and don't worry about it. However, these three now, these aren't as difficult. These make a bit more sense to me and hopefully a bit more sense to you. You have the word yellow, and it asks you, does it have an O sound like in boat or an ow sound like in cloud? You can see the ow sound can be made in two different ways, and the O sound can be made in several ways. Can you hear an O sound in yellow or an ow sound in yellow. Colour either this box here or this one. Then there's the word short. And in the word short, do you hear an sound like in bird or an or sound like in horse? And then for the word enjoy, do you hear an sound like in orange or an oi sound like in boy? And then the challenge question says to you, the following sets of letters are in alphabetical order. Write the missing letters on the first line. So you'll see here you have different little chunks of the alphabet. So it starts here with A, and then this one starts with B. Fill in the missing letters. C, that would be K, wouldn't it? O, R. Put them here, and then unjumble them to try to make a word, like rock. So go through each one, find the missing letters, put them at the end of the line, and then swap them around to try to make a word. And it will be one of your list words. And boys and girls, you also have comprehension today. It's one all about winter. I'm not going to read through it with you. I just want you to try your best to read through it and answer the questions that follow. And don't be afraid to put lines or circles or anything around this text if you want to, if it helps you to find the story, or it helps you, to find the answer. So you can put any lines that you need to on the page to help you. And for our number work today, we are completing the next 2 pages of our 3 times tables booklet. So we're filling these all in. You'll notice it says the 14th here and the 15th here. My apologies, this should also say the 14th because I want you to do both of these pages today. And this time, try to complete this as much as you can without looking back at the times tables for answers. See how many you can do first without looking back at your completed times tables on the previous sheet. And then once you've done that, you can practice again writing out your times tables. And hopefully someone at home could maybe do a little test with you tomorrow on your times tables. If you're feeling kind of confident, you could be tested on them in order. And if you're feeling super confident, you could be tested on them when they're all mixed up in a different order. Boys and girls, I hope that's helpful. Remember also to continue to go on to Oxford Isle to do your reading. And also the Sumdog Challenge is still live. So if you get a chance, go on to Sumdog as well. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.